I think I'm doing a great job what I did of the last 8 years. I played everything what I could. Euro Tour, UK Open, Ali Pelli. I get to the semi-finals of a Pro Tour event, and I beat some great players. So I'm happy.
Hello, welcome along to the latest edition of the Tungsten Talk here at the MODUS Super Series, where we delve into the lives and careers of some of the players that play here at the MODUS Super Series. Happy to say today that Danny Van Trijp has joined myself and Scott Mitchell in the studio. Danny, great to see you. First of all, got a first year off tour for yourself after the couple of years stint in the PDC. How have you found that going so far?
I think I'm playing better now. I have much more confidence. Because when you have a tour card, you only get to play the PDC Pro Tour events. And now I can play the Challenge Tour, ADC, MODUS, and because I'm high in the rankings, I can also play the Pro Tour. So I have a lot of options to play.
So actually, kind of having that open book, that open shop is kind of been helpful for you then?
Yeah, because I can throw a lot of tournaments, so I'm playing my own game. And when I had a tour card, I didn't get to choose. I couldn't choose to play in the MODUS, I couldn't play ADC. You can only play the Pro Tour, and that's the only thing I throw because I don't throw at home in my own. Maybe if I'm playing with someone else, that's my training, or playing tournaments, playing competitions. Now I'm playing almost every day, 5 days, 6 days in a week.
So you're someone that match sharpness, that's your reps really, that kind of game it, having that week and then not playing for a couple of weeks, that doesn't really suit you as a player?
No, because no, I really want to play not every day, but now I can choose on a Monday. I can choose the ADC tournament because you have all the pop qualifiers for the ADC Benelux Open, and you can play on Tuesday, Wednesday. Every day they have tournaments. So if I want to throw a tournament, I can play a tournament. And
when you were in the PDC, how difficult was it to go so long without tournaments? And would you have liked the opportunity when you were on tour, maybe when you're just coming towards the end and you were dropping out the 64, you'd like to have had the...
I don't know. I played good games at the PDC Pro Tours, but it was not enough. I had many games where I was a 5-3 up. One time I was 5-0 up against Mervyn King. I was 5-1 up against Joe Cullen, and still losing the game, and that's frustrating.
It is a hard thing. I mean, you've been there yourself, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely. And you think you're stuck there. You feel stuck between a rock and a hard place. Sometimes there's 3 and 4 weeks between Pro Tours. And all the other guys are playing in tournaments on the TV. They're all still getting match practice. And you feel you're being left behind. And that's kind of a mental thing. And then you think, well, I'll go to a local tournament. And then your local tournaments aren't allowing tour card holders to play within them because they don't want it sort of killing off their own tournament. So you do, because you feel really stuck. There's nowhere to really practice. You're practicing on your own at home. You find you're playing against the computer at home. And that's not real match practice. There's no real pressure on that. So, like you say, when you come off, it's like your whole world opens again. It's like you're able to come here. The ADC now is around, so you can play those. And it just keeps you really, really sharp. And he has the advantage, which I don't this year, of going in on the Pro Tours as well, because he's in the top 10 of the Challenge Tour. So he's got the perfect world at the minute.
Let's talk about Danny a bit more as a player. He's a classy operator, isn't he?
I think the thing I noticed about Danny Moore, and I noticed it when we were on the Pro Tours, he's a very determined character. That's the one thing. He's very determined and he's very dedicated to what he does. You always saw him on the practice board. He was constantly on the practice board all the time. Not caught up with chatting with others and things before games. He concentrates on him and gets himself in the position where he needs to be. Some players, when you go and watch them, they're happy to chat and then, oh, hang on, the game's come, and then they're not properly prepared. But Danny doesn't make that mistake.
Would you say focus is one of your biggest strengths as a player?
Yeah, focus is, I have a good focus. Like you said, when I play in Pro Tour, I practice a lot. We play a lot of doubles, me, Gian, Danny Noppert, Barry. And then we play in cricket, we play in 501, I think for 2 hours in a row. And then we go sit for like 10 minutes. And then when it's board free, we go do it all again.
But where did darts begin for yourself? Because obviously your twin brother Wesley also plays the game. Where did you get introduced to it?
We started in January 2016. I was celebrating my 80th birthday with my brother. in a bar, and there was a dartboard, and we throwing some darts, and it was all fun. And me and my brother liked it a lot. Then we played some competition with our friends in the bar, and in the beginning, I know we threw 50, 55 average, and it was in the first month. And then we were playing tournaments in Etteleur, where we live, and then it goes all by 2019 was my first Euro Tour, so it went really fast.
So when did you decide then? When was that moment of, oh, actually, I'm going to try and take this seriously now?
I think after 1 year, when I was winning tournaments, I was playing good, and then now I'm in the team with Wesley Plaisir, and it's since 2018 they asked me to come in their team, and still playing in it, and now we are the best team of the Netherlands.
And then one thing leads to another, because is it fair to say that when you started playing on the PDC Tour that you were kind of making a little bit of an instant impact, that you were doing things quite quickly?
Yeah, that was only the first time when I qualified for the Euro Tour. I was like, okay, this is going really fast. And then I was playing the Challenge Tour in 2022. And everyone knows because of Scott Williams again with Tour Card and World Championship place, because I was third in the Challenge Tour. And normally people will play for the Ali Pelli is the dream. So they get a Tour Card, they want to qualify for Ali Pelli. But for me it was otherwise. I qualified for Ali Pelli and then I get my Tour Card. I think I'm doing a great job what I did of the last 8 years. I played everything what I could. Euro Tour, UK Open, Ali Pelli. I get to the semi-finals of a Pro Tour event, and I beat some great players, so I'm happy.
There's a lot of pride into what you've done. Like you're proud of the journey that you've been on, and I can imagine you probably still got those more steps to come.
Yeah, I'm not done. There's more to come.
Yeah, there's no two ways. You're not the finished article yet, are you? No way. He's still learning and learning, and what he's achieved in such a very short time. When you take a player like me that didn't kind of make it for like 15, 18 years to get to anywhere near being on a TV stage, this guy's done it in super quick time. And the one thing that you can say about the way that darts works in Holland is there's always somewhere to play. So they're always learning. Every time they go out, there's always a big game. There's always a local tournament. There's always something going on in Holland, because darts has got so big out there from the days of Raymond bringing it to the fore. So people like Danny sort of take advantage of that. And look where he is now in 8 years, which sounds a long time, but in darts, it's a really short period.
Let's talk about some of the other things. I want to particularly talk about the Challenge Tour successes that you've had in your career so far. 3 titles today. We'll go back to the first one all the way back. What are your memories of that particular day?
That's a weird story, because I was getting to the quarterfinals or semifinals. So I remember my first one. It was April 2022, and I played my first final against Stephen Burton, and I lost that game with 5-0. And I really was feeling bad, and I was like, it was my first final. When is gonna be my first title? And just on the same day, I get to another final, and I beat Lucas Wenig with 5-2. That was my first title. And then you go to the 4th, 5th place, and then you know, okay, it's getting serious now. So the next one was in Hildesheim, I think, and I get to another final, and I beat Jelle Klaassen. And then the rest of the year I was like 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 3rd, 2nd. So I know I had to play for a Tour Card. Yeah, then I get 3rd. And then I had to wait for Scott Williams. What did he do? What will he do at the Grand Slam? And if he gets to the top 64, I get my Tour Card to World Championship place.
Was there kind of a pressure towards the end of the season, because you were doing well in the rankings, to, you know, with the fight for the Tour Card, the race for the Tour Card? Was that?
No, I was just playing better, I think, because after the win against Jelle, I did quarterfinals, some last 6 years, not finals or semifinals, but the rest of it I also didn't do it, like Robert Owen, Stephen Burton. They were doing the same as me. So the titles goes to other players who was number 30, number 35. So yeah, the rankings stay the same after the 15th event.
Join us after the break for the second part of the Tungsten Talk. Welcome back to the second part of the Tungsten Talk here at the MODUS Super Series with Danny van Trijp. We now delve a little bit deeper into his career and some of his achievements. Also in 2022, you played a bit here, you played a bit in a rather studio as well in Southampton, and you hit 9 dart, didn't you, in the previous studio in Southampton?
9:30 in the morning.
9:30 in the morning. See, you are a morning person after all. You almost looked in shock and disbelief when you hit that 9, kind of hands on head.
Yeah, because I never thrown a 9-darter, not even in practice. I still didn't hit the 9-darter in practice. So in Southampton was my first one. I had my second one in a tournament in the Netherlands. So I have my own board under the dartboard. That's what says Danny van Trijp 9-darter and the date of the 9-darter. And yeah, I only two 9-darters in my career. Yeah, I missed 3 or 4 times, but that doesn't count.
A great feeling?
Yeah, it was a great feeling. It's always a great feeling. Yeah, I think you have the same.
No.
You never hit one?
I have at home when I've practiced loads and loads. But
never in the tournament?
No. I keep missing double 12. I've missed it about 5 times in BDO events. So
and don't do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't do them at home is the way. I think I did one at home week before Lakeside, and if I'd have done it at Lakeside, I'd had 20 grand, you know. But there we go. No, I've not done one in a tournament.
And then, as I say, at the end of the year, the tour card happens. But because of your Challenge Tour performances, you get a debut at the Alexandra Palace. And I suppose if there's one way to kick off a career at Alexandra Palace, it's against Steve Beaton, right?
Yeah, I really liked my draw. And I was like, yeah, if I win, I win. And if I lose, nobody is going to be mad at me because I play someone who's had 32 World Championship appearances. So it was my first time, and I was not. I was expecting nothing, and I came there, and I was throwing some darts with Danny Noppert, and I was like, I'm not kind of nervous. I'm not feeling anything. So then I worried because I was not nervous, and then I did my walkout. Still was nervous, but yeah, I played not good. I played like an 85 average, but Steve Beaton didn't play his best game, and then it was easy for me to win.
Next round, do we talk about it?
No, yeah, he was good. He thrown a 121 average in the second set, and yeah, every set goes to by 3-1, 3-1, 3-1, and yeah, he was playing good, and I was not playing my game I did in the first round because I had an average of 82 and he had an average of 94, I think.
In terms of your memories of Ali Pali, how do you look back on the experience?
I really liked it. I hope I'll be back this year. Because there are more tickets now in the top 3 of the Challenge to get a ticket. But you know, Darius Labanautas in the top 40 of the Pro Tour Order of Merit. You have Bo Guiz at number 5. So you have now 3 players, Belmont, Ted Everts and Merv King, who are qualified for the World Championship. Yeah, not yet, but...
In a good position, aren't they?
Yeah, in a good position. But if they make it to the top 40 of the Pro Tour Order of Merit, because Merv King had a top quarterfinal last time Pro Tour, if they do it well, it goes to number 6. Number 6 is Jack Tweddle. I'm 200 pounds behind Jack Tweddle. So there's a little chance to still qualify for the Ali Pali. I think the tour card is going to be more difficult because Darius and who's number 2? Belmont are 8,000 pounds, I think. And I'm at 4,000. So I have to win 3 or 4 events.
I'll tell you what, shall we just go home and let him do the punditry? He knows more than us.
Absolutely, but that just shows you him as a person. He knows every scenario. He works it all out, and he knows exactly where he needs to be. Some players don't do that. They tend to just let it go with the flow, and just what happens to them happens to them. But I think you need targets. I think you need to know exactly where the boundaries are and what you need to do. And yeah, fair play to Danny. That's fair. That's the way he does it. And who's the one to argue? It's working so far.
In terms of this year in this place, what's the Super Series done for you?
A lot. I play on the TV. I really like it here, and you met new people like this week. And yeah, I only know Raymond Smith because he was in the first time I was playing MODUS at 2022. But the rest you don't know them. But we are in the same house. So I'm sleeping with David Davis, Cameron Carolus, and...
in different rooms, I hope.
Yeah, in different rooms. In different rooms. No, not in the same room. We have our own room. But yeah, there's a kind of MODUS house. So someone's renting it to the players who are playing MODUS, and then you have, yeah, you know each other better and better. And Yeah, that's good.
And it's strange because when you go to a normal tournament, these guys that are in the room with you, you probably wouldn't sit with.
No.
You would sit with your own people, and I'm the same. So then when you come here and you're kind of thrust into the back room here with people that you know, you've seen them on TV, even if you haven't met them and never spoke to them, all of a sudden you're a little crowd, you're a little team for the week. And it's a really great thing. And if you're all, 4 of you staying in the house as well, you sort of kind of get to know one another. And it's a really good thing about the MODUS Super Series is that you get thrust together and you get to know players that you would never get to know if you weren't here.
And after the tournaments, we go to something to eat. Tonight we're going with Henry to the finish slip to play a tournament. But it's also the new generation is always on the phone. I'm that kind of guy. I'm always on my phone. But now you have to give your phone to pass, and then you have to talk to each other. You can't be silent for 4 or 5 hours.
For context, Paz is sort of a players marshal who's absolutely going to love being revealed on air. Smiliest character you'll ever meet. Let's talk about the international pairs title. You won it with Jimmy back in May, and I just want to talk about the dynamic of the team between you two, because there was a feeling that you were very honest with each other, that you weren't afraid to say your piece to one another. If you were happy, you would let it out, but also if you were a little bit unhappy with one another, you were more than happy to let those emotions be known.
Yeah, Jamie is still mad at the double 18. He went for double. No, what did he do? He went for double 12, I think.
And he absolutely
he did something.
Forwarded it, didn't he?
Yeah, I lived 10 minutes away from Jimmy. I know Jimmy for a long time, and we have a good dynamic to play with each other. And I hope we're gonna win the title again.
One of your favourite moments in darts?
With Jimmy?
Yeah, winning it for your country, winning it for Holland.
When he hit. Oh, you mean in the last tournament?
The pairs, yeah.
In the semi-finals against Scotland, they were in a double, and 3-3 Jimmy towards a 124 finish. So that was a good one.
And then when you lift the title, I mean, you two, you gave it the full beans, didn't you?
Yeah.
I do have to ask, because your name is Danny van Trijp, but that week you were very much Danny van Trip. Yeah. Have you wrapped yourself up in bubble wrap since?
No, and I didn't fall this week, so.
What on earth happened to you that week? What on earth made you hit a TV, fall over everything, and...
Yeah, we're on the stage with 4 players, so you can't, It's a small stage for 4 players. And if you, I was looking at the board, I thought of a good finish, and I was walking behind, then I fall, it happens. But I'm not the first one who's fall off the stage, because there was also someone in the women's week, I think. Someone said to me, a woman also did fall off the stage, so.
Yeah, but you did it really well.
Oh, okay.
You did it properly. You were a proper faller.
Yeah, but I have long legs, so I can...
But the thing was, you fell so many times, you even fell over when you won the thing.
When? Oh, when I picked up Jimmy. Yeah, okay. But then we were happy. It was the heat of the moment.
Let's move forward, because we've gone completely off track here. I suppose end of the year, you've kind of mentioned it, Alexandra Palace, the PDC World Championship. You're already in the Global Championship as well. The second half of the year, as good as the first half's been, could be even better, couldn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I still have 1 week of MODUS left. I have the International Pairs Week. I have the Global Championship. I think I have still some Pro Tours left, because I'm still 8th in the rankings. And like last time, they called the number 43 on the Chance Tour ranking to play in Pro Tour events, because a lot of English players don't come to the Hildesheim. I don't think they like Hildesheim. Do you?
I loved it when I went there. Yeah, I loved it.
There are a lot of English players who doesn't like it. But it's better for us, better for the European players. And then people like me, Jamai van Herik, Jimmy van Schie get a call up. And then they also playing good, getting into the quarterfinals last time. So like he said, there's a lot of tournaments in the Netherlands, like the ADC. And if you look at Jamai van Herik, he's getting better and better to those tournaments. And I think the level in the Netherlands is only going up and up and up.
I think the difference in the Netherlands now, there are more players doing the level. Whereas before you would go out there and even in the BDO days, there would be a few of the top, 3 or 4 of the guys that could do what maybe the British guys were doing. Now, you're talking very different levels. There's loads and loads of them that you don't even know, names you haven't even seen, doing 100 averages for fun. And that's the way the Netherlands has gone. It's gone up and up and up. And with the ADC going into the pubs and everything else, that's only going to promote the game, and we're only going to find more and more of these players, and they're going to take the bait and come and want to play here at MODUS and then move on to other places.
Finally, that walk-on at the Dutch Open, what was the dancing about?
Do you know the song?
No, enlighten us.
They made a song for Gian van Veen. Especially for him, if you watch the video clip, you see Gian van Veen in it. And I made it to the quarterfinals against Thomas Jungans, and they said you have to choose a walk-on song. And I thought, I'm in the Netherlands, so I called Gian van Veen up because it's his number, and maybe he doesn't like it if I use it. He said, yeah, okay, you can use it. And I know that the text, so, and the web part, so yeah. I did my walk-on, and yeah, you can see the West.
Yeah, if you look around the internet, you'll find it. Danny, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Appreciate it as ever. Scott, thank you as ever. And thank you for watching the Tungsten Talk here at the MODUS Super Series.
Doei.
Which is the series record held by David Evans in the very first week. And if it carries on like this, we're going to be talking about record averages altogether. The 122.69 of Darrell Pilgrim. There is no doubt in 2025, this man has got better. And this man is 6 into the 9, and we've never seen it on a Saturday night here before.
Require 141.
Be the first player to do it on a Saturday. It's on.
Double 12. Is the first ever player to hit a Saturday Night 9 data, and just listen to the frenzy. How about that? He's on the cusp of a record average here. He could be on the cusp of a record average in a broadcast match, 132.62 right now.